Anyways, I'm still trying to get the whole thing with like shooting content, even though it's something that I've been doing for, I don't even know how long, probably a couple years now. Now, the fun part is that I've been doing it for other people. That's pretty much how I started my whole journey from where I was a couple years ago in Miami, Florida, to then moving all the way to Idaho and working in tech. And if you guys don't know my story, I went from pretty much doing the most random jobs ever. And by random, I mean probably the most normal ones too. I went from working in sales to working in finance to working at retail. And somewhere along the way, that got me to pick up a camera when I started going to church. And somewhere along the way, that got me into working with like coffee shops, entrepreneurs, like all of these other interesting folks when I was living in Miami, to then meeting some really cool people that told me about the tech industry, ended up diving into UX UI, and that's pretty much what I've been doing for the past like 5+ years. And now I'm just in a season where I'm pretty much trying to step out into more of an entrepreneurship journey. And pretty much the whole reason behind that is I went from working at an organization, a tech company based out of Idaho, and I was working there for almost like 3.5 years. And it was a really good job. The company was really amazing. The leadership was fantastic. I used to love working with them. But every time that I closed a project, every time that I closed another deal, and then once I started stepping into more of a leadership role, I started to think, man, is this something that I could do for myself? After working for this organization for 3.5 years and closing probably over $3.5 million in deals, I figured, well, why not do it for myself? And now that I've been doing it for the past 13 days, I'm still pretty new at this, by the way. Like, this isn't something that I started and then all of a sudden got good at. I'm still trying to learn. I'm still trying to find my footing. But something that I've always wanted to try that I never actually took the time to do was, I don't know, just create content just for the hell of it, just to post it on YouTube. Because eventually I'm going to get older, and then I want something that my son can look back at and be like, oh, this is my dad. He used to do content for YouTube and whatnot. And anyways, that's kind of what got me started. That's kind of what gave me the courage to even do this in the first place. And anyways, I don't know where I'm going with this conversation. And somehow the idea, when I first had it in my mind, it started with like, I'm going to grab some food. And I'm going to tell people why I'm so weird that I put honey on pretty much anything that I eat. In this case, a little pizza. But anyways, it turned into a rant. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's fun. It's the first thing that I've ever done. So, I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm trying to be super authentic. Give me a second, because I need a knife. And I also need a spoon. Now, yes, for the people wondering, what the heck is this random guy cutting the pizza instead of just like eating it with his hands? I'm not the biggest fan of eating stuff with my hands, mostly because germs. But at the same time, I don't know, I just gotten used to eating it with a fork, I guess. And I figured I had a break. I don't have anything crazy going on right now. I don't have any projects that I'm working on at the moment. So figured it would be a good time to make something to eat and hang out with the lovely Freya. And if you guys don't know who Freya is my dog. She's somewhere over there. She just heard me, and now she's coming over here because she wants to introduce herself and kind of see who you guys are and who I'm talking to. And she's probably thinking, wow, my dad's kind of weird. How's it going? How's it going? You look pretty happy. You want to taste? Yeah? Do you want to say hi to the people? Anyways, this is Freya. Say hi, Freya. Hi. Okay, no. Sit. No, stay. I'm going to give it to you, but you have to be gentle. Okay? You can be a super crazy dog or whatever. You ready? Gentle. No, gentle. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Okay. You may go back to your corner because that's pretty much how you're getting. Anyways, that's Freya. For you guys wondering, she's a mix. She is a Great Pyrenees and a Husky. And that is why she has the interesting tricolor eyes, or whatever the heck you call it. Well, not tricolors, because there are only two colors. But she's the little princess of the house. She used to be an outside dog, and all of a sudden she started getting spoiled and pretty much like started to just come inside the house. And she's pretty much spent her whole time just out there. Or if she's not out there, hey, don't touch that. She spends her whole time out and about. I don't know, just sleeping around the house. She doesn't really do much, to be honest. She's a pretty chill dog. Anyways, this is my studio, and I'll show you guys in a bit, because you guys are probably wondering, what does this guy even do? And why does he have a studio? Now, like I said, I've been doing this for quite some time, and I've accumulated a lot of gear over the past couple years. And this actually used to be my grandmother's room before she passed away. And I pretty much turned it into my own creative space, just because all of the other rooms in the house are already taken. It's my room, I have my son's room, then I have my mom's room. They all moved out here with me when I first came to Idaho. I decided to buy a house, but that's like a whole story for another day. But this is pretty much my studio. This is my go-to. And this is pretty much where I keep all of my stuff. Now, obviously right now, like I'm shooting in an Action Osmo 5 Pro, but I do have multiple cameras. I have the Action 4, I have the Sony a7R6, which I just picked up. I have a Fuji X-E4, and then I have another Sony a7 IV, which is one of the main cameras. I have the light. I have the pretty interesting setup with two monitors, although I will say that my desk is like way smaller than I thought it was gonna be. And now this monitor actually, if you see from this angle, it actually cuts a piece of it. So I can only see a portion. I've tried scooting it, I've tried doing a bunch of things, but just for the hell of it, I decided not to touch it. I'm a pretty big fan of reading from time to time, although I will say I haven't read every single book that I have. Big fan of shoes, big anime fan, so I keep some of the anime stuff that I've accumulated over the years. And then I have some stuff from my team, especially when I ended up leaving the company full time to become more of my own boss. And then I have all the overfill at the bottom, which I don't really talk about that. Two guitars, because music is life, or at least for me it is. And then I have pretty much a Bible everywhere. So if you look here, and I have one somewhere laying around. It's probably like, I don't know, in here somewhere. It's probably in this bag. And then this is just storage, don't mind that. Anyways, I guess that's pretty much it for today's video. I kind of just wanted to do more of like a trial run, just to see how things were gonna go, and then figure out really where this journey is gonna take me. I have no idea what this whole YouTube is gonna be about. Most likely it's probably gonna be about anything creative, entrepreneur, or the journey that I'm on to creating my own business. And if you guys don't already know, the business that I run is two. So I have a UX UI design agency that I decided to start. And then I also, for some reason, decided that I wanted to go back to my creative roots. So I also built another business called Black Clover Studio. And pretty much it's a full-out creative agency doing photography, film, social media management, building websites and whatnot. And if you guys are interested in it, I'll definitely put it somewhere below so you guys can check it out. I would love to get some feedback. Again, I'm still pretty new at this whole thing, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing where it takes me and hopefully showing you guys the process, because I think right now that's something that's really missing. A lot of entrepreneurs are going out there and they're showcasing the highlights of what starting a business is like. And something that I feel that they don't really showcase, something that they don't really go into, is the fact that starting a business is actually harder than people think it is. And they only show you all the good things that happen. But I want to be more authentic. I want to actually walk you through the process and show you, you have to try different things. You have to find your footing. And honestly, that's just the way that you move forward. That's just the way that you become successful, or at least to my knowledge. That's what I've found that has been the path for me. I've tried everything from again, sales. I've tried everything in social media. My first time doing YouTube. I've tried things in the drop shipping space. I tried building a store. I've tried so many things, but I don't know, just for some reason it just didn't stick. But all of a sudden, something inside of me, I don't know what God is calling me into, but lately he's just been like, hey, just pick up a camera. I already gave you the talents. I already gave you the gifts to be a creative. Might as well just share it with the world and just see how it goes. And there's just so many things that I want to test out, like the Action 5 Pro. I have the DJI Nano, and I have a bunch of cameras that I barely ever use. I haven't used these cameras for the past 3.5 years. So figured, why not? Figured I'd just do it now. But anyways, if you guys want to follow along with my journey, please, please, please feel free to subscribe to the channel and then just come along with me. I love to get some feedback and I love to show you guys really what this whole journey is all about. But with that being said, I'll leave you because I'm pretty hungry and I want to eat this. And I will catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.